What's up, everybody? Wanted to do a little video today looking at the Army setup plans here. Um, a lot of the people that I've played with or been on teams with or in conquests with, they're not always really using these a lot for different reasons. You know, it's a little bit complicated. It does have some drawbacks, and so I don't know if people are really getting the full potential out of it. Another thing is that before Air Force could interact with Navy, a lot of people were just kind of figure out a setup that just kind of works overall. Don't even worry about the plans. I call them setups. I don't know why they're called plans. It's kind of a weird. I always thought they were called setups, but um, I don't know if that's a language issue or what. But but no, I guess so. The plans, they found one setup that works, and they just go with that. But I'm telling you guys now that the Air Force can interact with the Navy, you have to move your wrenches. And the easiest way to do that is with the plans. What am I talking about? I'm not a big Air Force guy. I'm trying to get there. I just reset hand. What do I mean by that? When you get to the parts, all of my wrenches are on my ground units. Not saying that's the best way to do it. That's how I do it. But even if you don't have all your wrenches on your ground units, you have a lot of your wrenches on your ground units unless you're a majority of an Air Force player.
You're my CO, and you know I
Um,
just need a chance to prove myself.
so if you're like me and you have even a decent amount of wrenches on your ground force units, you have to move those wrenches. Why? Because when you're on the water, ground force units aren't in the mix. They're probably not. Unless you have them land somewhere doing stuff. But again, you can't even retrain them. So if you're on water, all of your yellow wrenches, right? Armor's wrenches, all of these should be going on your Air Force because they can now interact with Navy. So, best way to do that, jump over here on these plans. What we're gonna do is put one plan with all your navies, the Navy how you like it, and then we're going to put all of the wrenches on the Air Force, and it's going to boost your Air Force tremendously if you don't have a bunch of wrenches on them now. If you're like me, you have a lot of ground force. So, first thing to do before we get into this, if you have your ground force set up, you got your plan set up right where you want it, pick a plan, and what we're going to hit save formation on one of them. That's whatever you got right now, your sweet spot, whatever it's for land, wherever, hit save formation. That I don't really have my setup right now where I want it, but what you're gonna do is hit save formation. Do not hit apply. I've seen a lot of people try to mess with these. They hit apply, and it can when you don't have anything in there, it can reset your entire setup to nothing. Because if you haven't set these up, there'll be nothing here, and you hit apply, you'll have nothing. So hit save formation. Everything that you have right now set up will be saved. And then jump over with me, and we're going to start resetting some units, and we are going to move these wrenches. I have had some questions. I am playing on PC right now. My phone decided to stop recording voice audio, so I've had to download on PC just to make videos. Otherwise, I play all on mobile. I just like that. It's just convenience. Game's more about relaxing and fun for me, so I just play mostly on mobile. That's how I do it.
You're my CO,
But I am on PC
and
for
you
this.
know
So
I
what you're
just
gonna
need a
do?
chance to prove myself.
Anything that you have wrenches on, start removing them. Remember, you just saved your plan. You just saved all these units. It's not gonna hurt you in the long. You can press one button and get everything you had back the way it was, and that's the beauty of it. Get in here. Just hit the reset. Do not go to advanced assembly, please. Just do the reset, in case people aren't really familiar with that. Okay. Alright, so should have all my wrenches. Yes, there they are. So I'm going to show you guys a couple things here. Right now, I have no wrenches on my Air Force. It's pretty well set up. Click in here. As you can see, my total Air Force power is 35.5 million. And just for some
I am ready.
another factor here is my stronger jet, 17.7 million. So,
Searching.
again, on Navy, can't use those ground force units. Let's pump these units full of these wrenches and see what changes. I'm just gonna go strongest, tweakest, pump a lot in my jet. Just did a video getting this part, so let's utilize that with some wrenches here. 100. And let's just go, let's just max that. Wait, maxed out. Now the question is bomber or fighter jet. I think because I have, more invested in this, I'm just gonna go with the fighter jet for right now. Maybe I'll switch that in the future. It's up to 85. And there you have it. I have one maxed out and one up to 85 on the wrenches. And that's it. And so then if you want to kind of reset up some units without wrenches, you can on your ground force units here. Otherwise, let's go into the, let me see, so my Navy's pretty well set up for kind of a base burning. I'm going to jump on one of these plans. So I have a similar build here. All I'm going to do is save formation. Ground force, like I said, I'm not using that at the moment. All of my new max, all my wrenches poured into the Air Force, the Navy setup, have that quick setup formation. So as soon as I go onto the water, I can hit apply. All of that is set up. And remember, you still have your other plan. All you can do, you just have to hit apply when you go on land. That's set up. You're losing roughly 20 gold. Really not a factor at all. So let's see. So my bigger plane jumped to 22.3 million. That's just about 5 million power stronger. And then my total Air Force power jumped over 5 million power higher. So when you guys are on water, if you guys aren't doing this, you're losing a ton of Navy power, or a ton of Air Force power. And now, obviously, Air Force just had such a big impact on Navy. It's going to protect your units, protect your base. And likewise, the bombers can do significant damage. So, if you guys aren't moving your wrenches, you gotta move your wrenches when you're on Navy, or when you're in the water now. It's just, you just have to, you have to do it logistically. You can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying it makes a huge difference. And for me, it's exciting because I've never been a big Air Force guy. I just didn't have the wrenches for it. And this is super fun to now pour all those wrenches into Air Force. Actually, it's really fun. Wasn't expecting that. And it kind of gives you best of both worlds there. So move those wrenches, guys and girls, and have fun with it. So yeah, if you have any other questions, hit me up with comments, and God bless. Talk to you guys soon.